Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stardate. We're finally finishing this up. And you might notice that the palette, once again, is different. Courtesy of Rayziik, I have this version of the palette, which replaces the greens, which are turned to purple in Stardate, with some of the palette from Ancient Aliens, so that's kind of interesting. This map itself, though, is quite interesting as well, although not always for the best reasons. I don't really like much of this map, because a lot of it is just irritating to me. For example, there's a lot of situations where you can just get stuck without any chance of survival. For example, if these guys don't flinch when I do that, then that causes me to take a bunch of damage, which is unavoidable. And I do need to go into that area. Here's another ways bad stuff can happen if those guys don't line up properly. Here, what I want to do is open up one of these areas, and then I can get the BFG ammo behind him. There's a lot of arch files in the other area, so I hit this lift so that it goes down, and then run away and come back so that I can lure them away from it while it's lowering. And here's another set of enemies. It's also a good place to kill almost all of them. But sometimes, of course, they can go into places where you can't dodge them. And now that most of them are dead, I'm just clearing them out with the super shotgun. The next thing I want to do is forget where I'm going, and then remember and go over here. There's a solitary arch file, and I want it dead. I got a bit lucky this time and had exactly 20 shells open, which is good because it means that I don't waste the second shell box, because that shell box that I picked up is actually 2 shell boxes. So if you have 28 or less, then you're going to waste one of them. And that switch that I hit doesn't just give me 2 arch files, it also opens up some more arch files in the main area, as well as a larger fight, which will be useful. I guess useful isn't the best word, more like necessary, because it gives me a lot of ammo and a lot of kills. It also happens to be the hardest fight in the map, but before going to it, I want to kill one of these guys and bring the other one down to very low health. This is so I can perform an archvile jump and get a megasphere. It's not a secret or anything, it's just useful. And here's the other shell box that I was talking about earlier. I want to lower his health so that he can't zap me again after I do the vile jump. I'm just searching for ammo, there isn't any. So it's time to go to the hardest fight of the map. It's just an archvile rush, but you don't want to be super aggressive here, because then you'll just die. Try and hold back a bit against these pillars, and you'll be able to survive. And that archvile got blasted onto the edge, making it impossible for it to move. When you hit this switch, 5 more vials will come through, but they're not much of an issue. I've never died to them. Also, I forgot to mention before, but this is attempt 5 that I succeeded on. Also, the reason this isn't live commentary is because the rest of Stardate up until this point wasn't live commentary, so I figured it's best not to break that trend. This fight right here isn't too much of an issue. Once I figured out this strategy, which is to just walk up to the invulnerability and stand in the corner, blasting every now and then, I've never died to this fight once. And here's the thanks for playing thing. And here's what it looks like without the invuln. I do a little spin and then exit. Now that is the end of Stardate 20x6. Finally. Honestly, my favorite maps are probably 2 and 7, really. Actually, 2, 5, and 7. 5 was really good. So, that's it for this map set. This won't be the end of me changing the color of WODs, though. Like, I changed the color of every single map in this one. When I do 20x7, which I will be doing soon, after Scythe 2 probably, I will be changing colors there. So you can look forward to that. But first, I've got to finish up Swim with the Whales next time, and Scythe 2.